Cool sculpting is a new revolutionary technology that enables one to reduce the amount of unwanted fat that is resistant to diet and exercise in localized areas. If you're within 10 to 15 or 20% of your ideal body weight, and you have localized areas of fat that no matter how much you diet, how much you exercise, you just can't get rid of. If you have a little pouch in your lower stomach, you have those love handles, you have some fat on your back or inner thighs, this technology was developed for you. It came from two observations. One was in the medical literature and the pediatric literature, where children with teething, having pain in their mouths, would suck on popsicles and would lose fat in their cheeks. Fortunately, there were children, they were still developing fat cells, so their cheeks filled up again. But as adults, our fat cells are all we're ever going to have. They just get bigger and smaller when we gain weight and lose weight. The other observation is an observation we all make every day. You put butter in the refrigerator, it turns hard. You cook soup, you cook a sauce, the fat layers on the top gets firm, hard, and the liquid stays a liquid. So this shows that fat freezes at a higher temperature than water. Putting together these two observations, Roxanne Anderson and others at Harvard University developed this technology that uses a suction device, such as this, that's applied to the abdomen or the flanks or the hips. They're different size applicators. The fat and the tissue get drawn in under suction, under pressure, into this cup. These panels then freeze the fat and tissue between the panels for 60 minutes. In the final 5 minutes, there's a change in the pressure that massages this frozen fat. Then the applicator is taken off, and the area is manually massaged for another couple of minutes, and then the frozen tissue just goes away, and freezing fat triggers apoptosis, a big word that means self-induced death. So the cells, when they freeze, develop crystals of fat within the cells, and 20 to 25% of those cells will die over the next 2 to 3 days. After the cells die, they break down, dissolve, and over a 2 to 4 month period of time, that layer of fat shrinks, collapses down, and you have smoother, flatter subcutaneous tissue. So those bulges of fat that have been resistant to everything you've tried, all the exercise and all the diet, can now be reduced repeatedly 20 to 25% every single time this application is done in a 1-hour treatment. Again, no surgery, no anesthesia, no downtime, no cutting, and reproducible every single time. Now you see the freezing of the subcutaneous layer of the fat, the skin, and the cells, here are fat cells, and as they're frozen, crystals develop within the cells. Some of the cells will die, and then other cells called macrophages come in and eat away the fat cells that have died. Spaces then develop between the fat cells that have disintegrated, and the fat layer over a 90-day period of time collapses down and is much reduced. Following the procedure, there may be some minor bruising, especially on the hips or the back or the thighs. The abdomen tends to bruise a lot less. There may be a little bit of discomfort and a numbness to the skin. Now, I did one of my flanks. I decided I was going to be an experiment. I did one side, not the other side. I had a bruise for 4 or 5 days. The skin had some decreased sensation for about 4 weeks or so. But my left side is less than half the size of my right side. I exercise 5, 6 days a week. I'm my normal body weight. But these little love handles just weren't going away. And now one's gone, so I'm kind of lopsided. But it works.